You sit alone in the observation deck. The smell of stale coffee fills the recycled air. It is the only thing keeping you awake. Your eyes scan the monitors for the 1,000th time. Nothing ever changes out here. The deep void is quiet. It is a silence that presses against the hull. You shift in your seat. The leather creaks under your weight. Just another Tuesday at the edge of known space. You reach for the dial to tune the static. A sharp noise cuts through the silence. It is not the usual cosmic background hum. This sound has a rhythm. Your heart skips a beat. You lean closer to the speaker. The needle jumps wildly. A voice breaks through the white noise. It sounds human but distant. The tone is urgent. It speaks of a location near the rim. You check the coordinates. They point to a dead sector. No ships go there. Not since the last war. The voice fades in and out. You try to boost the gain. The signal is weak but persistent. It repeats a simple loop. It promises safety. It offers a way out. You feel a chill run down your spine. This is not a distress beacon. It sounds like an invitation. You glance at the clock. It is 3 a.m. Of course it is. Nothing good ever happens after 2. You toggle the main comm switch. The lights overhead flicker. The station creates a low groan. It is waking up from a long slumber. You type the command to record. The tape begins to spin. You need to capture this. No one at command will believe you otherwise. They think this outpost is a waste of credits. You are about to prove them wrong. The signal grows louder. It fills the small room. The station hums with new energy. Power surges through the floor plates. You grab the railing to steady yourself. The backup generators kick in. They roar like angry beasts. Emergency lights bathe the deck in red. You shield your eyes from the glare. Engineers run past your door. They shout orders to each other. Their boots clang on the metal grate. You step out into the hallway. The chaos is contagious. A young tech bumps into you. He looks terrified. He holds a datapad with trembling hands. You ask him what is wrong. He shows you the energy readings. They are off the charts. The station is pulling power from somewhere else. It is not coming from the reactor. The source is external. It matches the frequency of the signal. You realize the broadcast is not just audio. It is a carrier wave. It is feeding the station. You rush to the main control center. The large screen dominates the wall. Lines of code scroll past too fast to read. The station commander stands at the center. She looks calm, but her hands are tight. She stares at the swirling data. You join her side. She acknowledges you with a nod. She points to the waveform. It is structured. It is a language. The translation software works hard. It struggles with the syntax. The Federation. You watch the words form. They appear one by one. The message is simple. Prepare for arrival. The room goes silent. Everyone stares at the words. Arrival of whom, or what? The question hangs in the air. You feel the floor vibrate. Something massive is approaching. The broadcast shifts tone. The inviting voice is gone. A new sound takes over. It is deep and grating. It sounds like rocks grinding together. The translation updates. It speaks of a great hunger, a darkness that eats stars. You look at the commander. Her face is pale. This is not a rescue mission. It is a warning. The loop was a lure. It wanted us to listen. You remember the old legends. Stories told by deep space truckers. They spoke of the shadow tide. You always thought they were just stories. Ways to scare rookies on long hauls. Now the data stares back at you. The warnings are specific. They list systems that have gone dark. You recognize some of the names. They were mining colonies. We lost contact with them months ago. We thought it was pirates. We were wrong. The transmission shows a map. A red line cuts through the sector. It moves fast. It is heading straight for us. You do the math in your head. We have hours, maybe less. The station is not a warship. We have point defense lasers. They are meant for asteroids. They won't stop a fleet. You look around the room. Fear is setting in. You need to act. You grab the microphone. Your voice echoes over the speakers. You tell the crew to focus. Panic will kill us faster than any alien. You order the pilots to their ships. We need eyes out there. We need to know what is coming. The commander nods at you. She approves the order. It is a small victory. You feel the weight of leadership. It is heavy, heavier than your bad coffee. The hangar bay is a hive of activity. Mechanics prep the fighters. Sparks fly from welding torches. The smell of ozone is sharp. You walk down the line of ships. They are old models. The paint is chipped, but the engines are solid. You spot a veteran pilot. His call sign is Rook. He is checking his landing gear. You ask him if she will fly. He pats the hull. He says she is ready to dance. You look at the younger pilots. Some are shaking. They are barely out of the academy. This is not a drill. You gather them in a circle. You tell them to breathe. You tell them to trust their training. They look at you with wide eyes. You are not a soldier. But right now, you are all they have. You tell them to protect the station. It is our only home. Rook climbs into his cockpit. He gives you a thumbs up. The canopy closes with a hiss. The engines ignite with a blue flare. The other ships follow suit. The noise is deafening. It vibrates in your chest. The bay doors slide open. The void waits outside. One by one they launch. They streak into the darkness. You watch them go on the monitor. They look like fireflies against the night. You return to the command deck. The radar sweeps the area. 12 green dots move in formation. They set up a perimeter. You talk to Rook over the comms. His voice is steady. He jokes about overtime pay. You promise him a double share. If we survive. The radar pings. A new contact appears. It is huge. It is not a ship. It is a tear in space. The main screen shows the anomaly. Space is bending. It looks like a whirlpool of violet light. Stars distort around the edges. Physics is breaking down. The scholars call this a rift. You call it a nightmare. Energy crackles from the center. It looks angry. The readings spike again. Gravity waves hit the station. We rock violently. Coffee cups slide off tables. You hold on to the console. The rift widens. It pulses like a heartbeat. Something is trying to push through. You see shakes in the light. They are jagged and sharp. They do not look like metal. They look like obsidian. Rook reports high radiation levels. His sensors are going haywire. You tell him to hold his position. Do not engage yet. We need to see what this is. The violet light intensifies. It blinds the cameras for a second. When the image returns, the view has changed. A massive structure sits in the rift. It is shaped like a tuning fork. It glows with an amber light. It is beautiful in a terrifying way. It dwarfs our fighter wing. It sits there silently. It waits. You feel very small. You authorize a scan. The beam hits the object. The object reacts instantly. It sends a pulse back. Our screens go static. Then they clear. The object is hailing us. It wants to talk. You look at the commander. She gives the order. Open the channel. You press the button. The room holds its breath. A face appears on the screen. It is not human. The alien is tall and slender. Its skin looks like polished stone. It wears robes of woven light. Its eyes are deep pools of black. It speaks in our language. The accent is strange. It sounds like wind through a canyon. It invites us aboard. It says we must hurry. The darkness is close. You volunteer to go. The commander hesitates. Then she agrees. You are the comms officer. This is your job. You take a shuttle to the object. Rook escorts you. He keeps his weapons locked on the target. You dock with the alien craft. The airlock hisses. You step inside. The gravity is lighter here. The air smells like rain. The walls hum with power. You walk down a long corridor. The amber light guides you. You feel no fear, only curiosity, and maybe a little nausea. You reach a large chamber. The alien stands in the center. It gestures for you to approach. You see others like it. They work at silent consoles. They are the Elder Ones. The name pops into your head. You do not know how. The leader speaks. He offers a pact. They have a shield. We have the firepower. Together we might survive. He shows you a vision. A hologram fills the room. It shows a black tide consuming stars. It is an endless swarm. They eat light. They leave only cold dust. The Elder Ones have run for eons. They are tired of running. They want to make a stand here. They need our chaos, our unpredictability. They say we fight like madmen. They mean it as a compliment. You ask about the price. There is always a price. The Elder One looks at you. He says the price is time. Using the shield will drain their core. They will sleep for 1,000 years. We must watch over them. We must guard their slumber. It is a big ask, a millennium of guard duty. But the alternative is extinction. You agree to the terms. You shake his hand. His skin is cool. You return to the shuttle. You brief the commander on the way back. She is skeptical. It sounds too easy, but she trusts your judgment. You land in the bay. The mood has shifted. People are arguing. You hear shouting. A group of pilots stands by their ships. They look angry. Their leader is a man named Vance. He does not trust the aliens. Vance confronts you. He says you sold us out. He thinks the aliens are the threat. He thinks the darkness is a lie. He wants to attack the amber ship. He says it is a Trojan horse. You try the reason with him. You tell him what you saw. He spits on the deck. He says you are brainwashed. He rallies his squad. 4 pilots stand with him. This is bad. The commander steps in. She orders Vance to stand down. He refuses. He climbs into his fighter. His squad follows. They power up their engines. They are going to shoot the ally. You run to the comms tower. You need to warn Rook. You need to stop them. Vance launches his ship. He screams about human freedom. He is going to get us all killed. Rook intercepts them. He fires a warning shot. Vance ignores it. He locks missiles on the alien craft. The amber ship does not react. It sits there defenseless. You scream at Vance to stop. He fires. The missiles streak toward the target. Suddenly, a beam of light intercepts them. They explode harmlessly. The defense grid is active. But it was not the aliens. It was the station. You overrode the controls. You used the station defenses to stop Vance. It was a risky move. Vance is furious. He turns his ship toward the station. He threatens to fire on us. The situation is critical. Then the alarms blare. The real threat has arrived. The rift of dusk opens wider. The darkness spills out. It looks like ink and water. A swarm of black shapes pours into the sector. They are jagged and fast. They move like a school of fish. There are thousands of them. Vance forgets about his grudge. He sees the true enemy. The swarm heads for the amber ship. They sense the power. They want to feed. The alien leader speaks over the comms. He says the shield is not ready. We need to buy time. A bright pulse bursts from the rift. It is the amber ship powering up. The light scatters the starlight. It hits the station. Our dormant systems wake up. Ancient turrets deploy from the hull. We didn't even know we had them. The aliens are boosting our tech. They are giving us a fighting chance. The pulse hits the fighters too. Their engines glow brighter. Their weapons charge faster. You feel the surge in the console. The interface changes. It is faster and sharper. You can track every enemy unit. You become the eyes of the fleet. You direct the fire. You tell Rook where to go. You tell Vance to cover the flank. Vance stays silent, but he obeys. The enemy is upon us. The battle begins. Laser fire laces the dark. It creates crimson arcs against the void. The enemy ships are brittle, but fast. They swarm the fighters. Rook spins and dives. He takes out 3 in a row. His flying is impossible. The alien upgrade helps. The station turrets open fire. Thick beams of green light cut through the swarm. Explosions bloom like silent fireworks. It is a chaotic ballet. You watch the tactical map. The red dots are multiplying. For every one we kill, 2 more appear. They are pushing us back. They are getting close to the amber ship. If they breach the hull, it is over. You spot a weakness in their formation. They cluster around a central node. It is a command ship, a massive black pyramid. You shout the coordinates to the wing. Focus fire on the pyramid. Vance dives in first. He screams a war cry. His lasers rake the black hull. The pyramid shields flare. It takes the hit. It turns its weapons on Vance. He dodges at the last second. Rook follows him in. He fires a torpedo. It impacts the shields. A crack appears. The enemy focuses on the station. They know we are coordinating the fight. Beams of dark energy hit our shields. The station shakes violently. Ceiling tiles fall. Sparks shower the command deck. You keep your eyes on the screen. You cannot lose focus. The commander yells orders to damage control. We are taking heavy hits. We are leaking atmosphere on deck 4. You see the amber ship glowing brighter. The shield is almost ready, but the pyramid is blocking the path. It is jamming the frequency. We need to destroy it. The fighters are out of heavy ordnance. You have an idea. It is a bad idea, but it is the only one. You look at the station reactor output. It is running at 100%. You tell the commander your plan. We can channel the reactor power. We can send it through the comms array. We can create a directed energy burst. It will fry our systems. It might blow up the station, but it will crack that pyramid. She looks at you. She smiles. She says, do it. You type the command. You override the safeties. You tell the pilots to clear the lane. You aim the dish at the pyramid. The station groans. Metal twists. The heat is intense. You press the final key. A beam of pure white noise erupts. It hits the pyramid. The black shields shatter. The pyramid exposes its core. It is vulnerable. Rook sees the opening. He is out of missiles. He has one option left. He tells you it has been an honor. You scream at him to eject. He ignores you. He dives his ship into the breach. His engine roars. He creates a sonic boom in the silence. He slams into the core. A massive explosion tears the pyramid apart. The shockwave clears the immediate area. The swarm falters. Their command is gone. They drift aimlessly. The amber ship fires its weapon. A wave of golden light sweeps the sector. It disintegrates the remaining enemies. They turn to dust. The light passes over us. It feels warm. It heals the hull breaches. It stabilizes the reactor. The battle is over. You stare at the screen. Rook's signal is gone. The silence returns. It is heavier than before. Vance's voice cracks over the radio. He pays respect to the fallen. Even he knows what a hero looks like. You sit back in your chair. You are exhausted. Your hands are shaking. You did it. We survived. The rift of dusk begins to collapse. The violet light fades. The stars return to normal. The amber ship sends a final message. It is a thank you. Then it engages its drive. It vanishes into deep space to sleep. We are alone again, but we are alive. You look out the viewport. The sun is rising over the planet below. It is the first calm sunrise in eons. Survivors gather in the mess hall. The mood is somber but hopeful. You drink fresh coffee. It actually tastes good. Maybe the aliens fixed the machine too. The commander joins you. She puts a hand on your shoulder. She says, good work. You look at the empty chair where Rook used to sit. You raise your cup. To the fallen. Weeks pass. The station is repaired. The story of the battle spreads. Ships come from the core worlds. They want to see the site. They want to know about the aliens. You become a local celebrity. You hate it. You just want to do your job. You archive the transmission, the one that started it all. Historians call it the turning point. Humanity is no longer alone. We are guardians. You sit at your console. The routine returns. But you are different. You watch the stars with new eyes. You know what is out there. You scan the frequencies. Static fills the room. It's comforting. Then the needle jumps. A new signal crackles across the horizon. It is faint. It is different. You lean in. You realize the story is only beginning.